Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to the Scotty B Show. Today we got the Baltimore Orioles at the Chicago Cubs. After the Cubs put a whipping on them yesterday, 10-3. That's what I get for not wearing glasses. So look at the standings. Baltimore 6 games back at Tampa Bay with a 43-26 record. Tampa Bay's on a 3-game win streak right now, and the Chicago Cubs are 32-37. They're 3 games behind Milwaukee. Cubs are 6-4 in their last 10. They're on a 4-game winning streak after yesterday's big win over the Orioles. So the Orioles coming to the. Here we go. So the Orioles. Here we go with this stuff again. I don't know. Didn't do that to me the other day, so. Leading off, playing left field is Austin Hayes, hitting 309 to 853 OPS. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Hayes. Steals the pitcher for the Cubs. Orioles coming up would be Adley Rutschman, the DH. Batting third and right field would be Santander. Batting fourth at third base would be Gunnar Henderson. Batting fifth at first base is Ramon Urias. Batting sixth at center field, Hicks. Batting seventh doing the catching is McMahon. Batting eighth at shortstop, Mateo. And batting ninth at second base is Ortiz. And there's a ball to Hayes, who has 8 homers, 31 RBIs on the year. Went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs yesterday. Fouls it off. Oh, no. Held it swing. Sorry, 2-2. Hey, get my glasses. I can't see. On the mound for the Orioles today is going to be Gibson with his 3.90 earned run average. So hopefully we can hold the Cubs down. There's a strike on the outside corner looking. So Steele starts off with a strikeout. So Adley Rutschman comes to the plate. He's DHing today. 282 with the 819 OPS. Rutschman batting right-handed gets a left-hander steal. High chopper to third, and it goes foul. So no balls and 2 strikes on Adley Rutschman. So giving Rutschman a break from catching today. Back-to-back day games, and tomorrow's a 105 start, if I remember correctly. Lines a foul down the first baseline. Stays 0-2. So Santander on deck. Rutschman with 9 homers, 29 RBIs, went 1 for 4 in yesterday's game. Ground balls to short. Swanson has it over to first. 2 up, 2 down. So Santander playing right field today, hit 263 with the 797. Low for a ball, 1-0. 9 homers, 38 RBIs, 1 for 4 with a double yesterday. Bounces it right back to the pitcher. Steele bobbles it, picks it up, throws him out. 1-2-3. We go to bottom half of the first. We're scoreless. All right. Yeah, I'm a little unorganized right now. So, batting order for the Cubs. Leading off playing center field is Toshman. Batting second at second base is Homer. Batting third and right field, Suzuki. Batting fourth and left field is Happ. Batting fifth at shortstop, Swanson. Batting sixth at first base, Bellinger. Batting seventh, doing the DHing, is Morrow. Batting eighth and doing the catching is Gomes. And batting ninth at third base is Mastro Bono. Bonell? Got me on that one. Not to wait to hear the announcer announce that one. Hey, Brett, how you doing, brother? So Gibson on the mound for the Orioles, 14 starts. He's 8-3, 3.90, 83 innings, 58 strikeouts. Right-hander against the left-hander Toshman. There's a strike on the first pitch. Strike two. No homers, 8 RBIs for Touchman. Went 0 for 2 yesterday. He's played in 25 games this year. High for ball 1 and 2. Fouls it off 1 and 2. Fouls it off. Stays 1 and 2. On deck is Horner, the second baseman. That's not the way Mr. Palmer pronounced it. Outside, 2 and 2. Strike 3, looking right at the knees. So 1 out. Horner comes to the plate, playing second base, 285 with the 713 OPS. Right-hander against right-hander, strike on the outside corner. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike now. Suzuki on deck. Fouls it off 1 and 2. Looks like a full house over there at Wrigley Field. They are packed in there. See a lot of people standing up there. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out. 2 up, 2 down. So Suzuki, the right fielder, comes up. He's 274 on the year with the 803 OPS. Outside 1-0 to Suzuki. 6 homers, 22 RBIs on the year. He went 1 for 5 with an RBI yesterday. Played in 56 games. Outside 2-0. Fouls it back. 2 balls, 1 strike. On deck is Happ. The 2-1. Ground ball to short. Mateo over to first. 1-2-3. We'll go to top of the second. We're scoreless in Chicago. All right. Let's get back to it. We go to top of the second. Coming up for Baltimore will be Gunnar Henderson, Ramon Urias, and Hicks, center fielder. Steele's on the mound for the Cubs. Threw 11 pitches in the first inning, 8 for strikes. He struck out 1. So Gunnar Henderson hitting .236 with a .792 OPS. Oh, it's a ball inside, but it got the home plate umpire right in the arm. Little dinger there. Oh. Ricocheted off the catcher's glove. Hit the umpire in the right arm. Right on his forearm. Yeah. 1-0 pitch. Outside 2-0. 10 homers, 26 RBIs for Henderson. He went 0 for 4 yesterday. Had some good defensive plays out there yesterday, though. Yeah, my brain don't work today. Here's a strike, 2-1. On deck, first baseman Ramon Urias. The strike, 2-2. Outside, 3-2. Low for a ball. He walks him. Leadoff man is on for the Orioles. Ramon Urias comes to the plate. 272 on the year with a 736 OPS. Right-hander against the left-hander to pitch. Fouls it off. 0-1. Two homers, 20 RBIs on the year. Went 1-for-4 yesterday. Low for ball, 1-1. Fouls it back, 1-2. Hicks is on deck. The 1-2. Pops it up. Bellinger under it. There's one out. So one out for the Orioles. Runner at first. Hicks comes to the plate. Hit 232 with the 689 OPS. Jeffrey Rothstein won $500 on Fast Play. I don't never win. How come I never win? The pitch is a strike. 0-1. Aaron Hicks batting right-handed. 3 homers, 11 RBIs. Went 0-for-4 yesterday. Inside, ball 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. So McCann is on deck doing the catching today. Strikes him out. 2 outs. James McCann hitting 187, 568 on the year. Oh, the trick is to play. Okay, I never played. I thought somebody was buying tickets for me, but I guess not. 2 outs, runner at first. Inside for a ball. Fouls it off, 1-1. 2 outs. Runner at first for the Orioles. Top of the second. We're in a scoreless ball game. Ortiz is on deck, playing second base today. Strike on the outside corner, 1-2. 3 homers, 7 RBIs for McCann on the year. Played in 30 games so far. Fouls it off. The 1-2. Lines it up the middle. Oh, backhanded by the second baseman over to first, and it gets away from the first baseman. And Henderson will go over to third, put runners at the corners with 2 outs. Henderson all right? Oh, he's on his one knee. Oh, James McCann. I thought that was Henderson. What happened to McCann? Lines it up the middle. Oh, McCann's kind of slid funny into first base because Bellinger jumped up in the air to catch the ball. McCann was sliding to get out of the way in the way. Kind of slid in that base kind of awkward with his left leg. Yeah, oh, yeah, his foot caught right in the front of the bag. Ugh. McCann just running it off, seeing if he could still go. So he's going to stay in the game, it looks like. So Ortiz will come to the plate, playing second base today. 241 on the year, 509 OPS. Got to watch those ex-Dodger players over there at first base trying to take out one of our guys. Ground ball to short. Swanson has it over to second. That'll do it. We'll go to bottom of the second. It's scoreless in Chicago. All right, let's get back to it. We go to the bottom half of the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Orioles. No runs, no hits, 1 error for the Cubs. It'll be Happ, Swanson, and Bellinger due up. Happ's hitting 271 with the 803 OPS. Somebody's wearing a Jim Palmer jersey in the stands over there in Chicago. Huh. Wow. Jim Palmer jersey. Must be worth a lot of money. So Gibson's still on the mound. Threw 16 pitches in the first inning, 10 for strikes, struck out 2. First pitch to Happ is ball. Pops it up over left field, and it's going to go foul. Happ with 5 homers, 33 RBIs on the year, played 68 games. The 1-1. Inside 2-1. On deck is Swanson. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So this is Gibson's first time ever pitching at Wrigley Field. He's pitched against Cubs before, but not at Wrigley. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff guy, Happ. Fouls it off. The flags are flapping in the wind. It's like the wind is blowing towards left field. High for a ball, 3-2. Swing and a miss, strikes him out. Now to bring up Swanson, who's hit 262, 754. 3 strikeouts for Gibson already out of 4 batters. Someone out, nobody on for the Cubs. Strike on the outside corner. Seven homers, 30 RBIs for Swanson. First year as a Cub. Fouls it off, 0-2. Ground ball, foul, past third. There's the 0-2. All right, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strikes him out. It's 4th strikeout of the game. Bellinger come up. He's hit 272 with the 838 OPS. High for a ball, 1-0. 7 homers, 21 RBIs for Bellinger in his first year as a Cub. He called timeout. know what happened. The 1-0 pops it in the shallow left field. Austin Hayes has it. That'll do it. We'll go to the top of the third. We're scoreless. All right, let's get back at it. We go top of the third. We're scoreless. Coming up for the Orioles, be Ortiz, Hayes, and Rushman. There's a strike on the outside corner. Steele's thrown 33 pitches. 23 of them for strikes. He has struck out 2. Ortiz is hitting 241, 493 OPS. There's a strike 2 on the outside corner. 0-2. Swing and a miss. It goes in the dirt. Throws it down to first. He's out. So strike out. 1 out. Austin Hayes comes up. He's 0-1. He struck out his first time up. There's a strike. Lines it foul down the third baseline. 0-2. 1 out, nobody out for the Orioles. We're in the top of the third, scoreless ball game. Way outside. 1-2. Hayes hitting 290 with 3 homers, 8 RBIs against left-handers this year. Here's the 1-2. Deep into right field. It's going to be caught just in front of the warning track. There's 2 outs. Adley Rutschman 0-1 today. June 24th, Purple Pride jersey. First 25,000 fans, 15 and over. Seattle at the Baltimore Orioles. Purple Pride jersey from the Ravens. From the Ravens side. Outside, ball 1. The Rutschman. Ground ball to Bellinger at first. She's got it. 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the bottom of the third. We're scoreless. All right, let's get back to it. We go to the bottom half of the third. We're scoreless. Due up for the Cubs would be Morrow, Gomez, and Mastro Boni. Mastro Boini. I'm going to get it right one of these days. Gibson threw 29 pitches in the first 2 innings, 19 for strikes. He has struck out 4, hasn't walked a batter. So Morrell, the DH, comes to the plate. Hitting .301 on the year with a 1.063 OPS. Line ground ball to Mateo over his short. They throw him out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Yeah, thanks, Robert. So Gomes comes to the plate, the catcher. Hit 270, 737. Right-hander against right-hander. Come on now. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Seven homers, 23 RBIs for Gomes. 41 games. Swing and a miss, 1-1. A strike, high strike. We'll take it, 1-2. Outside, evens the count, 2-2. Swing and a miss, but it gets away from Rushman. He picks it up, throw down to first. Not in time. All right, bounced off of Ramon Urias' glove, so runner's safe at first. Or McCann is behind the plate, not Rushman. My apologies to Mr. Adley Rushman. So there's a runner at first with 1 out now. And that third baseman for the Cubs is up, whatever his name is. There's a strike. Master Bronies. Okay. I'll follow suit with the announcers. Ball outside. So Gibson gets a strikeout for the Gomes at bat, but Gomes then the error. Gomes goes down to first. I believe they give an error. They give an error to the Orioles on that. Slow grounder back to first. Gibson throws to second. Over to first, not in time. So 2 outs. Runner be at first. They didn't mark an error on the scoreboard for the Orioles. I thought he gets an error for that. So center fielder Tushman comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. 2 outs, runner at first for the Cubs here in the bottom half of the third. Oh, just outside. 1-0. Thanks, Brett. Fouls it back. 1-1. Outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Second baseman Horner's on deck. Inside, 3-1. Swing and a miss. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 2 outs for the Cubs. 3-2 pitch. And he walked him. First walk of the game for Gibson. So Horner's second baseman comes up. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. So the Cubs have 2 outs. Runners at first and second. We're in the bottom of the third. Fouls it off. 0-1. Drives it in left center field. And it's going to bounce to the wall. Hicks picks it up. 1 run in. And 2 runs will score for the Cubs as they take a 2-0 lead on the first hit of the game for the Cubs. So Suzuki comes to the plate. He was 0 for 1 his first at bat. So the Cubs draw first blood. So runner at second, 2 outs. Suzuki takes a ball outside. There's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Outside 2-1. The 2-1. Deep fly into center field. Hicks back, and he has it at the warning track. So that'll do it for the third. Cubs scored 2. It's 2-0 Chicago. All right, let's get back to it. We go to the top of the fourth, 2-0 Chicago. It'll be Santander, Henderson, and Urias coming up for the Orioles. Strike 1. And Santander. He's 0 for 1 today. Outside 1-1. See if the Orioles can get something going and tie this game back up, or at least take a lead. The 1-1. Strike 1-2. Steele's pitch counts at 43, 30 for strikes. He struck out 3. Santander called timeout. And foul down the right field line. High for a ball, 2-2. So Gunnar Henderson's on deck. Ooh, ball 3, 3-2. Wow. I think everybody thought that was a strike. Except for Robert, of course. Swing and a miss. He helped him out on that one. So 1 out for the Orioles. Gunnar Henderson comes to the plate. He walked his first time up. 236 on the air for Henderson. That's what I thought you'd say. Sweet. Fouls it off, 0-1. Lines it into right field. There's a base hit. Second hit of the game for the Orioles. So Ramon Urias comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. 270 on the year. So 1 out runner at first for Baltimore. Strike 1 on the first pitch. Pops it up. Out behind second. Horner's under it. He's got it. 2 outs. So Hicks comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. 230 on the year. Justin Steele doesn't throw very hard. Keeps you off balance. Hicks takes a strike on the first pitch. Fouls it off. 0-2. Steele's pitch counts at 53 now. Here's the 0-2. He checks his swing. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Henderson at first. Lines it. Fair ball down the left field line. Off the wall. Over to the left fielder. Long single for Hicks as Gunnar Henderson goes into third. So runners are at the corners with 2 outs. That ball carried off the wall perfectly to the left fielder. And just a long single. So that'll bring up James McCann, who's 1 for 1 today. Third hit of the game for the Orioles. Ground ball up the middle. Swanson has it. Takes second. That'll do it. We'll go to the bottom half of the fourth. It's 2-0 Chicago. All right, let's get back to it. So there's only one other game in progress, and that is Detroit at Minnesota, and they are scoreless in the middle of the fifth. Gibson has thrown 50 pitches, 31 for strikes. He has struck out five. He's walked one. Due up for the Cubs be Happ, Swanson, and Bellinger. Happ's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Swing and a miss, strike one on Happ. Fouls it off, 0 2. Inside, 1 and 2. Swanson on deck. Ground ball to second. Ortiz has it, throws the ball to first. 1 out. So Swanson comes up. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. 261 on the year. Swing and a miss, strike one. Okay, I think I'm back up and running. I lost power for a minute. I apologize. Swanson's at the plate. He's got a 2-2 pitch on him. There's 2 outs. Warner at first. So 2 outs, runner at first, 2-2 pitch. Strikes him out. So I apologize for the power outage. We go to top of the 5th. It's still 2-0 Chicago. All right, let's get back to it. Power outage. So we go to top of the 5th. It'll be Mateo, Ortiz, and Hayes. There's a 1-0 pitch. There's a swing. It's a 1-1 on Mateo. Mateo's 0 for 1 today. 233 on the year. Leadoff man Mateo. Steele on the mound for the Cubs. Fouls it off. 1-2. 59 pitch count. 42 for strikes. He has struck out 4. Steele has for the Cubs. The 1-2. Slow grounder to Swanson over to short, over to first. 1 up, 1 down. So Ortiz comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Playing second base today. Single game sweeps. Swing and a miss, strike 1. On deck is Hayes. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Fouls it off. The 0-2. Loops it into right field. Suzuki gets there in time. 2 up, 2 down for the Orioles. Austin Hayes will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out once. There's a strike. Ground ball, base hit, right field. So Hayes gets his first hit of the game. So Adley Rushman to come to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today, hitting 280 on the year. Two outs, runner at first for the Orioles. Rushman swings and misses at the first pitch. Turned around, hitting right-handed. Fouls it off. Two nothing Cubs. We're in the top of the fifth. Two outs, runner at first. Rushman takes a ball. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Fouls it off again. Santander on deck. Fly ball deep left center field. It's out of there. Two-run blast for Rushman. Ties it up. 2-2. Two-run homer by Adley Rushman. 10th home run this year. 406 feet. Orioles are back on it. Streaming an Orioles game, Pookie Nation. So we're all tied up 2-2 now in the top of the fifth. Two outs, nobody on for the Orioles. Santander comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He struck out once. 261. Oriole fan got the home run ball, too. Low for a ball to Santander. Two-run blast for Adley Rushman. Inside 2-0. Pops it out to right field. Suzuki underneath it. And that'll do it. Adley Rushman hits a two-run blast. We're tied. We go to bottom half of the fifth. 2-2. No, on MLB TV. All right, let's get back to it. First, let's check the scores out the bottom of the sixth. The Twins lead the Tigers 2-0. That is the only other game in progress right now. Wow. Next earliest game starts at 4:05 this afternoon. So coming up for the Cubs against Gibson, it'll be Gomes, Master I don't know how to pronounce his name. Toshman. You got a weird name on your team, Pookie Nation. Gibson 69 for a pitch count, 43 for strikes. He has struck out 7. Walked 1. Swing and a miss, 2-1 on Gomes. The 2-1. Pops it up. Gonna go out of play. 2-2. Gomes 0 for 1 today. Struck out his first time up. The 2-2 pitch. Drives it into left center field. That's going to get down. It's going to gets cut off by Hicks, but it'll end up with a double. So Gomes is at second with nobody out for the Cubs. Astro Boney comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. He scored a run. He got on a pass ball, third strike. Well, sorry to hear that, Pokey Nation. Runner at second now. Squares around the bunt. Pulls it back. Ball 1. Tauschman on deck. So Merriweather's warming up in the Cubs bullpen. The 1-0. Squares around the bunt. Bunts it. Gibson grabs it. Throws him out at first. 1 out. Runner at third now for the Cubs. I don't know. I'm in Indiana. It's blacked out here. I don't know about Detroit, but it's blacked out here. So 1 out. Runner at third for the Cubs. Toshman 0 for 1. Scored a run. He's walked and struck out. Ground ball, foul, pass first. The 0-1. Fly ball, left field. Austin Hayes has it. Here comes the throw home. Here comes the runner. And not in time. It gets away from it. So the Cubs score. 3-2 Chicago. 2 outs. Nobody on. So Horner, the second baseman, comes up. He's 1 for 2. He's got 2 RBIs. Doubled his first time up. Ball outside. 1-0. So the Cubs regained the lead, 3-2. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th inning. There's a strike, 1-1. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Orioles. 3 runs, 3 hits for the Cubs with an error. Pops it up. Oh. Mateo makes the catch. Urias runs into him, but he is out. We go to top of the 6th. 3-2 Chicago. All right, let's get back to it as we go to top of the 6th. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Orioles. 3 runs, 3 hits for the Cubs. Coming up for Baltimore will be Henderson, Ramon Urias, and Hicks. Merriweather's the new pitcher for the Cubs. So Justin Steele goes 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 274 pitches. Merriweather pitched in 29 games, 1-0, 2 holds, 3.38 earned run average, 29 in the 3rd innings. He has struck out 42, walked 12, given up 2 home runs. Teams are hitting 246 off him. Columbia fan, what is going on? Outside for a ball, 1-0. Henderson 1 for 1. He walked once. 240 on the year now. Low for a ball. 2-0. Did you find anything you were looking for? I usually find something I was looking for 2 years ago. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Low for a ball, 3-1. 2 balls, 1 strike on Henderson. On deck is Ramon Urias. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Henderson calls timeout. Right-handed gets the left-handed batter. Swing and a miss, strikes him out. 100-mile-per-hour fastball. Ramon Urias comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. 268 on the air. Strike 1 on first pitch. Fouls it off, 0-2. Hicks is on deck. Just outside, 1-2. We'll take it. Ground ball to third. Over to first. 2 outs. It's bad enough I got to say that guy's name at bat. I don't need to say it while he's in the field. So Hicks comes to the plate. Left-handed hitting center fielder. He's 1 for 2. Struck out once. Don't forget to vote for your All-Stars. The All-Star ballots are out there. Takes a ball low. Low and inside, 2-0. Inside, 3-0. On deck is McCann. Outside, 4 straight pitches. He walks him to first. So James McCann comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Hit 194 on the year. Doing the catching today. Well, Ryan O'Hearn will pinch hit for James McCann. Wow. So O'Hearn, left-handed batter. I don't know. Oh, yeah, we didn't call up the third catcher, didn't we, Rob? O'Hearn hitting 338 on the year with a 1.004 OPS. Had 3 hits in yesterday's game. Fouls it off. Warner hitting 412 in the month of June, 765 slugging percentage in June, 444 on base percentage, 3 home runs, all in June. Who's going to do the catching? Because Rushman's been the DH. Outside, 1-1. 338, 5 homers, 19 RBIs for O'Hearn. Could use another 2-run homer right here. Oh, there's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right. Lines it. Base hit, left field. So runners will be at first and second with 2 outs. So Mateo, the shortstop, comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. Cubs pitching coach comes up. Meeting of the minds on the mound. Mateo hitting 232. He's got a 644 OPS. Well, who's going to do the catching for the Orioles? They don't have that third catcher, Rob. Rushman's DHing. Huh. Mateo, 2 outs with runners in scoring positions, hitting 350. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Kay is warming up in the bullpen for the Cubs. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And do put O'Hearn at catcher. Fly ball deep, but foul in the left field line. Straighten her out, Mateo. Straighten her out. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, he popped it up. I'm sorry. Shallow left field. Happ is there. We'll go to the bottom half of the 6th. It's 3-2 Chicago. I am interested to see who's going to do the catching. All right, let's give you a little scores here. There ain't much going on. Bottom of the 7th, the Twins lead the Tigers 2-0. Blue Jays at Rangers are warming up. Marlins at Nationals are warming up. Phillies at A's are warming up. Reds at the Astros are warming up. Angels and Royals are warming up. Cardinals and Mets. Rockies at the Braves. White Sox at the Mariners. And Pirates at the Brewers are all warming up. And later on tonight, at 7:15, got the Rays at the Padres. 7:00, yep. Yankees at the Red Sox. Guardians at the Diamondbacks at 10:10, and at 9:10 you got the Giants at the Dodgers. Giants at the Dodgers. 2 runs, 6 hits for the Orioles. 3 runs, 3 hits for the Cubs. So Adley Rutschman is behind the plate now. Ramon Urias slides from first to third as O'Hearn stays at first. And Henderson slides over to shortstop from third base. Suzuki will lead it off for the Cubs against Gibson. 79 on the pitch count. 51 strikes. 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. Suzuki 0 for 2 today. Then it'll be Happ and then Swanson. Did you call that? Nope. Did not go. 1-1. Suzuki, the right fielder for the Cubs, hitting .271 on the year. Outside, 2-1. Fouls it off, 2-2. Happ is on deck. Ground ball to short. Henderson has it. Throws him out. There's 1 out. So Happ comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He struck out once. Hitting .269 on the season. Fly ball deep in the left field. Austin Hayes under it, and he has it. 2 outs. So to finish up the switches, pitcher Kyle Gibson enters the batting order, batting 8th. So Kyle Gibson will be batting, but I'm sure they have pitch hitters for him. As Mateo leaves the game, when they move Henderson over to short. There's a ball outside to Swanson, who's 1 for 2. He struck out once. .264 on the year. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody on for the Cubs. Bottom of the 6th, 3-2 Chicago. All right, for ball, 2-1. On deck is Bellinger playing first base today. Outside, 3-1 now. Outside again, he walked him. Kind of was careful to Swanson, but runner at first, 2 outs. Cody Bellinger up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. He struck out once. 268 on the year. Brian Baker is warming up in the Orioles bullpen. Ball outside, 1-0 to Bellinger. So Rushman goes out to talk to Gibson for a minute. So 1-0 count to Bellinger. The pitch. Inside, 2-0. Runner at first, 2 outs for the Cubs. Time called by the batter. Low and in the dirt, 3-0. Gibson's having trouble finding the plate all of a sudden. The 3-0. Oh, what a Ryan O'Hearn at first base. A smash on the ground, and O'Hearn snags it, tags first, and that'll do it as we go to the top of the 7th. It's 3-2 Cubs. What a play by Ryan O'Hearn. What a great pickup he's been. All right, let's get back to it as we go to the top of the 7th. 2 runs, 6 hits for the Orioles. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Cubs. Coming up for the Orioles will be Ortiz. Leader is a new pitcher for the Cubs. Mark Leiter. 28 games, 101, 11 holds, 2.93, 27 2/3 innings, 43 strikeouts, 9 walks. He's given up 3 home runs. So Ortiz 0 for 2 today. He has struck out once. Outside 1-0. Ortiz, no home runs, 4 RBIs on the year. Way outside, 2-0. Ground ball to short. Swanson has it over to first. They got him. 1 out. So Austin Hayes will come up. He's 1 for 3. Scored a run. Struck out once. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit for Austin Hayes. His second hit of the game. So Adley Rutschman, 1 for 3. He has a 2-run homer. 282 on the year. It's 3-2 Cubs. We're in the top of the 7th. So Rutschman turns around to bat left-handed again. There's a strike. 10 homers, 31 RBIs for Rutschman now. We could use another 2-run homer right here. Yeah, the Orioles are going to make the news tonight just for putting a pitcher in the lineup. Ball outside, 1-1. Fly ball left field, foul ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first for the Orioles. Adley Rutschman at the plate, Santander on deck. Inside, 2-2. Pitcher sets. Here's the 2-2 pitch. In the dirt again, 3-2. There goes the runner, and it's in the dirt. He walks him. First and second with 1 out now for the Orioles. So Santander will come to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today, has struck out once. Hitting 260 on the year. So Leiter did get a disengagement. He stepped off the rubber. So he's set now. Pitch. Ball 1. 9 homers, 36 RBIs for Santander this year. Lines at foul down the first base line. 1-1. Orioles are 0 for 3 with the runners in scoring position today. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a strike, 1-2. First and second, 1 out for the Orioles. It's 3-2 the Cubs. We're in the top of the 7th. Takes a strike 3 and does not like the call. Santander is not happy. 2 outs, first and second now. So Gunnar Henderson steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Struck out once, walked once. 239 on the year. Ball 1 to Henderson. Ten homers for Henderson now. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Swinging a bad pitch. The 1-1. Strike 2, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, 2 outs, runners at first and second. Low, 2-2. On deck is Ramon Urias. Started his day off at first, moved to third. Henderson started off today at third. He's over at short now. Two and two, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Ground ball. Oh, what a grab by the second baseman. He eats it up, throws him out at first. They get out of the jam as we go to the bottom of the 7th, 3-2 Cubs. All right, let's give you some score updates. Top of the ninth, Twins lead the Tigers 2-0. Bottom of the first, 1-0 Blue Jays over the Rangers. Middle of the first, Marlins and Nationals are scoreless. Phillies and A's are scoreless in the first. Reds lead the Astros 2-0 in the top of the first. Angels and Royals are scoreless in the first. Cardinals and Mets are scoreless in the first. Rockies and Braves are scoreless in the first. And White Sox and Mariners, Pirates and Brewers are all scoreless in the first. So let's get back to this over here. Oh. Baker's a new pitcher for the Orioles. Coming up for the Cubs, it'll be Morrow, Gomes, and that third baseman they have there. Gibson went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, struck 3 earned runs, struck out 7, walked 2. So Brian Baker, the new pitcher for the Orioles. Swing and a miss by Morrow. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 31 games for Baker, 3-2, 10 holds, 3.45 earned run average, 28 2/3. He struck out 35. All right, for ball 1-2. His name is third baseman. The 1-2. Fly ball into center field. Oh, Hicks is going to get it. And there's one out. So Gomes, the catcher, comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Scored a run. Struck out once. We don't care what his name is. He plays for the Cubs anyway. Swing and a miss by Gomes. Strike 1. He doubled. Struck out. He scored a run. Here's a strike. 0-2. Outside. 1-2. Fouls it off. Stays 1-2. Lines it foul into the right field bleachers. Stays 1-2. 1 out. Nobody on for the Cubs. Bottom of the 7th. 3-2 Chicago. Slow grounder down third. Foul. All right. 2-2. Strike three on the outside corner. Woo. We'll take it. We'll take it. What? We'll take it. We'll take it. So Master Boney comes to the plate. Master Boney, third baseman for the Cubs, 0 for 1. He scored a run. No homers, 1 RBIs on the year. He's only hitting 150 on the year. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2, 0-2. 2 outs, nobody on for the Cubs. Bottom of the 7th, 3-2 Chicago. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strikes him out. We'll go to top of the 8th, 3-2 Chicago. Do it. We go top of the 8th. Later, still on the mound for the Cubs. Be Ramon Urias, Hicks, and then not sure who's going to come up after Hicks, so we'll have to wait and see. Strike 1 and Urias. He's 0 for 3 today. 266 on the year. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Ramon has 2 homers, 20 RBIs on the year. Bounce that one past the catcher, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck, it's Hicks. Bounces at foul. Stays 1-2. Okay, so ground ball to short. Swanson has it over to first. 1 out. So Hicks will come up, and then after him will be O'Hearn. And then the pitchers due up after O'Hearn. So Hicks 1 for 2. He's walked. He's struck out. 237 on the year. There's a strike. Cano and Kalum is warming up in the bullpen for the Orioles. He squares around the bunt and fouls it off. 0-2. There's a ball, 1-2. Jim Palmer just said his name down there at third base. So on deck is O'Hearn. The 1-2 pitch. Way outside, 2-2. One out, nobody on, top of the eighth. 3-2 Cubs. In the dirt, full count, 3-2. Got K and El Zole warming up in the bullpen for the Cubs. They come up with these names. Did he go around? He went around on it, strikes him out. Boy, that was a bad pitch, too. That was ball 4 for Hicks. So 2 outs, nobody on for the Orioles as O'Hearn comes to the plate. Singled his first time up. Hitting 346 on the year. Fouls off the first pitch. Way outside. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Two outs, nobody on for the Orioles. Here's deep in the center field, deep, and caught at the wall. Caught right at the wall. That'll end it. We'll go to bottom half of the eighth. It's 3-2 Cubs. All right, let's get back to it. Oh man, these guys are behind. We'll go to bottom of the eighth. Bloom comes to is the new pitcher for the Orioles. It'll be do. Come on. Be Toshman, Horner, and Suzuki coming up for the Cubs. Bloom, the left-handed pitcher for the Orioles. We're in the bottom of the eighth. It's 3-2 Cubs. 7 hits for the Orioles, 3 for the Cubbies. Tachman leads it off. Lefty against lefty, strike one. Tachman 0 for 1 today. He scored a run. He's walked. He struck out. He's got an RBI. 28 games, 2-1 record, 10 holds, 2.82 earned run average, 22 and a third. He struck out 32. Bounces it down to third. Riz has it over to first. 1 out. So Horner comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. 286 on the year. There's a strike to Horner. 0-1. Fly ball down the right field line. Fair ball. Santander can't get it. It bounces in the stands for a ground rule double. Santander could not get to it, and just bounces and bounces right towards the stand, which is a great thing because if it would have went in the corner, that would have been an easy triple. So runner at second, 1 out for the Cubs now. Suzuki comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. Runner takes off. They got him picked off at second. Yes, they throw him out at second. Horner took off, run, and then came back to second. Klum hadn't delivered the ball yet, and he faked like he was taking off. Klum turns around, throws him out at second. See if they're going to challenge this play. They are going to challenge it, so let's see what happens on the replay here. Oh, he got his hand on the bag. He's safe. He's going to be called safe. Wow. Yeah, he was safe. Tag was high. Hand was on the bag. Did his hand come off the bag? Runner is called safe. Overturned. So the Cubs keep a runner at second. That's one disengagement on that at bat. So the first pitch to Suzuki is a strike. Suzuki, 6 homers, 22 RBIs on the year. High for a ball, 1-1. Lines at foul down the left field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It is a good question. I wonder how long those mitts they wear as a runner, how long they can be. Huh. 1 out, runner at second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. The 2-2. Suzuki pops it up in shallow right field. Santander has it. There's 2 outs. Ortiz went out, but he gave way to Santander, so if the runner goes, easier throw. So 2 outs, runner at second. So Happ will come up. He's 0 for 3 today. He has struck out once, hit 267 on the year. Outside, 1-0. The 1-0. In the dirt, 2-0. On deck is Swanson. 5 homers, 33 RBIs for Happ. The 2-0. Ground ball, second. Ortiz has it over to first. That'll get the threat. And we'll go to top of the ninth. It's 3-2 Cubs. All right, let's take a look at some scores real quick here. Final score, the Twins beat the Tigers 2-0. And the 2, Rangers lead the Blue Jays 3-1. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Marlins over the Nationals. Top of the third, Phillies and A's are scoreless. Bottom of the second, 2-0 Reds over the Astros. Bottom of the second, 2-0 Angels over the Royals. Top of the second, 3-1 Cardinals over the Mets. Bottom of the second, Braves lead the Rockies 4-0. Bottom of the second, Mariners lead the White Sox 2-1. Bottom of the second, Pirates and Brewers are scoreless. Everybody else later on tonight. So Baltimore needs at least a run here. Isolde is the new pitcher for the Cubs. Whether I said his name right or not, I have no idea. They all need to get new names. Coming up for the Orioles, be the pitcher spot, then Ortiz, and then Hayes. Elzole, 25 games, 1-3. He's got 6 holds, 2.03 earned run average, 31 innings, 31 strikeouts, 5 walks. He's given up 2 home runs that are hitting 204 off him. So Frazier comes up to bat in the pitcher spot. Frazier hitting 230 with a 688 OPS. Left-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher. 3-2 Cubs, top of the ninth. First pitch is a strike. Foul ball down the left field line. 0-2. 8 homers, 31 RBIs for Frazier. He's played in 67 games this season. Fouls it off again. Way inside, 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strikes him out. Leadoff man strikes out for the Orioles. So Ortiz is due up. He's 0 for 3. He's struck out once. 219 on the year. Josh Lester's coming up to bat for Ortiz. Left-handed batter. Lester 222, no homers, 4 RBIs in 7 games. There's a strike. There's a strike too, low strike. Very low strike. 0-2. The 0-2. Fouls it off. So on deck is top of the order. Austin Hayes is on deck. If I remember right. Let me make sure all this pitch hitting going on here. Yep. Austin Hayes is on deck. The 0-2 again. Fouls it off again. Try it again. In the dirt, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strikes him out. Wow. 2 up, 2 down. So Austin Hayes will come up. He's 2 for 4. He's scored a run. He has struck out once. He's hitting 312 on the year. So right-hander against right-hander, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 2 outs, top of the ninth, 3-2 Cubs. Orioles need a run. They have 7 hits. Cubs have 4 hits. Low for ball, 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Down to the last strike. Time is called by the batter. Austin Hayes uses his timeout. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hayes. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch, way outside, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Low for a ball, 3-2. Whew. That was a tough take, I think. Yeah, on deck is Adley Rutschman. He's the only one with RBIs for Baltimore today. He hit a 2-run homer earlier in the game. Outside, he walked him. Uh-oh. Nobody knows what the count is, I guess. CB Buckner said it's ball 3. Brandon Hyde come out and said it's ball 4. The broadcast is saying it's ball 4. Austin Hayes is telling Brandon Hyde, hey, I want one more pitch throw. Crew chief review for record keeping, whatever. Let's go to the videotape and find out what the So there's checking the replay, make sure it's ball 4 or ball 3. Adley Rutschman is on deck. He has that 2-run homer back in the 5th inning. So there is a ball 4. So Austin Hayes goes to first. Tying run at first. Lead runners at home. Gomes is arguing with the home plate umpire. I don't know what about. They checked the replay. But Adley Rutschman with a 2-run homer today. He's 1 for 3. He's walked once. All right, so Rutschman at the plate, batting left-handed, 2 outs, runner at first. Top of the ninth, 3-2 Cubs. First pitch is a ball. Pops a foul, 1-1. Two outs, runner at first for the Orioles. 1-1 pitch and Rutschman. We're in the top of the ninth, 3-2 Cubs. Elzolay on the mound for the Cubs. There's a strike, 1-2. And Rutschman does not like that call. So 1-2 count. Here it is. Ground ball to second. Over to first. And the Cubs take the first 2 of the series, as the Orioles are going to lose the series to them. Cubbies win the game 3-2. Where am I? Crazy little bit of inning here in the top of the ninth. Cubs have won 5 in a row now. So again, final score. Cubs 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. The Orioles 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Winning pitcher is Steele. He goes to 7-2 with a 2.71. Save goes to Elzolay, his 4th of the year. His earned run average 1.97. And losing pitcher is Gibson. He drops to 8-4 with a 3.94 earned run average. All right. Listen, I appreciate everybody that come out for the game. Try and get down to this. I appreciate everybody coming out for the game. Again, the Orioles lose today 3-2 as they lose the first 2 games of the 3-game series. They'll be back again tomorrow, 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time. So again, thank you, everybody. If you like what you hear, please give me a thumbs up. Appreciate it with the algorithms and all that crappy stuff that they do. But again, thank you for coming out. Have a great day, great night, whatever the case may be. We'll see you next time on the Scotty B Show.